Museums are portals. They transport us to distant lands, to bygone eras. Today, I journeyed to one such portal, the Museum of Interactive History. Unlike traditional museums, this one begs you to touch, to explore, to experience history firsthand. I've always been drawn to the mysteries of the past. The Museum of Interactive History promised not just to unravel those mysteries, but to make me an active participant in their unveiling. I couldn't wait to dive in. The museum's architecture itself is a marvel. Large, airy rooms bathed in natural light, house exhibits from different periods. Walking through its halls feels like stepping back in time. The air buzzes with anticipation. Schoolchildren whisper excitedly. Tourists gaze in awe. The scent of old paper and wood hangs heavy in the air, adding to the immersive experience. I can almost hear the echoes of ancient voices, whispering secrets from the past. My first stop, Ancient Egypt. A replica of a pharaoh's tomb complete with hieroglyphics and hidden passages awaited exploration. I've always been fascinated by ancient Egypt, their culture, their beliefs, their ingenuity. Here I could finally get my hands dirty, virtually speaking. An interactive display allowed me to excavate artifacts, carefully dusting away centuries of sand. Using a virtual brush, I uncovered pottery shards, amulets, and even a miniature sarcophagus. Each object told a story, a glimpse into the lives of those who lived millennia ago. The attention to detail was astounding. I could feel the weight of history in my hands, the tangible connection to a civilization long gone. It was exhilarating. Section 5, Bringing History to Life. Next, I traveled to medieval Europe. A life-size model of a printing press stood before me. I learned how to set the type, ink the plates, and crank the press, feeling the weight of each movement. The process was laborious, yet fascinating. It made me appreciate the power of the written word and the revolution that printing sparked. For the first time, knowledge could be disseminated widely, changing the course of history. Section 6, The Art of Artifact Preservation. In this section, we delve into the meticulous and fascinating world of artifact preservation, a field that combines history, science, and art to protect our cultural heritage. In another room, I learned about the painstaking work of artifact preservation. This process involves a deep understanding of the materials and techniques used in the creation of these artifacts, as well as the environmental factors that can cause their deterioration over time. Using specialized tools and techniques, museum staff carefully clean, repair, and preserve historical objects. They use fine brushes, delicate instruments, and even advanced technology to ensure that each artifact is treated with the utmost care and precision. I even got to try my hand at virtual artifact restoration, piecing together a broken vase. This digital approach allows conservators to experiment with different restoration techniques without risking damage to the original artifact. It was like solving a puzzle, each shard revealing a bit more of the original design. The process requires patience, a keen eye for detail, and a deep appreciation for the craftsmanship of the past. The experience gave me a newfound respect for the dedication and expertise of museum professionals. Their work ensures that future generations can learn from and appreciate these invaluable pieces of our history. The field of artifact preservation is not just about fixing broken objects. It's about telling the stories of our ancestors and preserving the legacy of human civilization. As I walked through the museum, I saw the results of their hard work on display. Each artifact, whether a piece of pottery, a fragment of a mural, or an ancient tool, had been meticulously restored to its former glory. The exhibits were not just collections of old objects, they were windows into the past, each one with a story to tell. I attended a lecture by one of the conservators, who explained the various challenges they face in their work, from dealing with fragile materials to ensuring that modern restoration techniques do not alter the original appearance of the artifacts. Their job requires a blend of scientific knowledge and artistic skill. The conservators often work in teams, collaborating to solve complex restoration problems. They share their expertise and learn from each other, constantly improving their methods and techniques. This collaborative spirit is essential in a field where every artifact presents a unique set of challenges. The museum also uses interactive exhibits to educate visitors about the importance of artifact preservation. These exhibits allow people to engage with the process, understand the challenges, and appreciate the skill and dedication required to preserve our cultural heritage. By the end of my visit, I had a deep appreciation for the art of artifact preservation. It's a field that requires a unique blend of science, art, and history, and the work of these dedicated professionals ensures that our past is preserved for future generations to learn from and enjoy. Section 7. A Journey Through the Ages. From the Renaissance to the Space Age, each exhibit offered a unique and engaging way to learn about history. I tried on armor, deciphered codes, and even launched a virtual rocket into space. The museum wasn't just about observing the past, it was about experiencing it, about stepping into the shoes of those who came before us. Section 8. The Power of Museums. As my day at the Museum of Interactive History drew to a close, I couldn't help but reflect on the importance of such institutions. Museums are more than just buildings filled with artifacts. They are living, breathing entities that tell the stories of our collective human experience. Each exhibit, each artifact, and each display is a piece of a larger puzzle that helps us understand the complexities of our world. Museums are not just repositories of the past, they are gateways to understanding who we are and where we come from. They serve as educational platforms that provide context to historical events, cultural practices, and scientific discoveries. By walking through the halls of a museum, we are essentially walking through time, gaining insights into the lives of those who came before us. This understanding fosters a deeper appreciation for the present and a more informed perspective on the future. They spark curiosity, ignite imagination, and foster a sense of wonder about the world around us. For children, museums are magical places where learning becomes an adventure. Interactive exhibits and hands-on activities make history, science, and art come alive in ways that textbooks simply cannot. For adults, museums offer a chance to reconnect with their sense of wonder and to see the world through fresh eyes. Whether it's a guided tour, a special exhibition, or a simple stroll through the galleries, museums provide experiences that are both educational and emotionally enriching. In a world increasingly dominated by screens and virtual experiences, museums offer a tangible connection to the past. They remind us of the value of physical objects and the stories they carry. In an age where information is just a click away, the tactile experience of seeing, touching, and interacting with real artifacts provides a sense of authenticity that digital experiences often lack. Museums also serve as communal spaces where people from all walks of life can come together to share in the collective human experience. They are places of dialogue, reflection, and inspiration where the past meets the present and informs the future. So the next time you visit a museum, take a moment to appreciate not just the exhibits, but the incredible power these institutions hold in shaping our understanding of the world. Section 9. Until next time. As I stepped back out into the bustling city, the sounds of honking cars and chattering people filled the air. The city was alive, a stark contrast to the quiet, reflective atmosphere of the museum I had just left. I felt a renewed sense of appreciation for the history that surrounds us. Every building, every street corner seemed to whisper stories of the past, stories that I had just begun to uncover. The Museum of Interactive History had not just taught me about the past, it had made me a part of it. Walking through its halls, I had felt a connection to the people and events that had shaped our world. The exhibits were not just displays behind glass, they were living, breathing narratives that invited me to step into their world. I had touched artifacts, listened to stories, and even participated in reenactments. And that, I believe, is the true magic of museums. They are not just repositories of old objects, they are gateways to other times and places. They have the power to transport us, to educate us, and to inspire us. As I watched other visitors, I saw the same sense of wonder and curiosity in their eyes. We were all on a journey, exploring the past to better understand our present and future. And I, for one, cannot wait to be transported again. The city, with all its modern hustle and bustle, seemed a little different now. It was as if I could see the layers of history beneath its surface, each one adding depth and richness to the tapestry of life. As I walked, I found myself pausing to read historical plaques and markers that I had previously overlooked. Each one told a story, a piece of the puzzle that made up the city's history. I took photos of landmarks, not just for their beauty, but to remember the stories they held. I wanted to capture the essence of the city, to hold on to the feeling of being a part of something greater. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the city, I felt a sense of peace. The day had been a journey through time, and I knew that this was just the beginning. There were so many more stories to uncover, so many more adventures to be had. The city lights began to twinkle, and I knew that the night held its own stories. Until next time, I thought, as I made my way home, eager for the next chapter in this never-ending story of discovery.